Women's golf finishes first.
And soccer wins on the road.
All this and more on the Penguin Rundown. Hello everyone and welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I'm John Ostapowitz along my colleague and dear friend Dylan Lux, and there is a lot of sports going on and a lot we're on the road. Dylan, can you tell us about the teams that will be back home?
Oh, there will be plenty of teams home this weekend, John, and they'll all be looking to take advantage of that home field advantage this weekend.
And one of those teams that will take advantage of that home field is the Youngstown State University football team as they played their first Missouri Valley Football Conference game against Northern Iowa on Saturday. The Gwens fell 44-41 after scoring 85 points of total offense in an offensive explosion. In the first quarter, Mitch Davison ran for 6 yards and Andrew Listowka kicked a 38-yard field goal to put YSU up 10-0. Davison finished with 30 of 40 passes for 332 yards and 3 touchdowns, 1 on the run and 2 in the air. However, UNI scored 20 consecutive points before halftime to lead 20-13 and altered the game. Youngstown State led 27-23 after 3 quarters as C.J. Charleston and Draw Rushton scored touchdowns by racing for 1 yard. Northern Iowa broke the Penguins' day-long advantage with 2 goals with 5:58 remaining. UNI won despite YSU's efforts by recovering 2 onside kicks. Luke Hensley scored from 9 yards and Bryce Oliver from 5. Oliver snagged 7 catches for 111 yards and C.J. Charleston 5 for 88 yards. Youngstown State is 2-2 overall. The conference game against Southern Illinois on Saturday night will be a chance to get back in the win column, and you can watch that game on ESPN Plus and 570 WKBN, where it will be broadcasted at 6 p.m. inside the Ice Castle.
The Youngstown State University volleyball team stayed inside the Beagley Center on September 29th and 30th against Green Bay and Milwaukee, respectively. Green Bay posted 16 aces en route to a 3-0 sweep. Despite the loss in 3 sets, sophomore Abby Householder finished the game with 10 kills and a .276 hitting percentage. Against the Panthers, the Penguins fell in 4 sets. Junior Yasmin Vergara's match high of 15 kills led the offensive trio of Vergara, Householder, and freshman Jocelyn Jordan in their combined 38 kills. The volleyball team falls to 6-11 overall and looks to break a 4-game losing streak as it takes on Purdue Fort Wayne on October 6th in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Coming off last week, the men's golf team competed at the Virtues Intercollegiate, where they placed tied for 13th out of 17 schools. This week, the Penguins played in the Tom Tantamonium Invitational hosted by fellow Horizon League member Cleveland State. On Monday, the Penguins finished in 11th place and went 9 over par. For final results from the Invitational, visit YSUsports.com. The men's tennis team will wrap up their fall season with the Bucknell Invitational. The meet will begin this Sunday and conclude on Tuesday.
The women's golf team was back on the course on Sunday and Monday as they participated in the Purple Eagles Invitational at Niagara University, where they won with a team score of 913. The team's first place finish would be tied for the 7th lowest in 3-round performance in school history. Freshman Niranush Prajapanic claimed the gold medal for the first time in her career with a score of 221, while senior Maddie Smithco claimed silver with a score of 224, and junior Lizzie Sauer finished with the bronze medal with a 3-round score of 229. Senior Tidia Launtringogum ranked 11th with a 3-round score of 242, while sophomore Chalea Barnett ranked 12th with a 3-round score of 243. They will hit the links to close out their fall slate in 2 weeks when they compete in the Chippewa Invitational hosted by Central Michigan from October 16th to the 17th.
This past weekend, the YSU men's tennis team hosted the YSU Invitational inside the YSU Indoor Tennis Complex, winning 13 singles and 5 doubles matches against Bellarmine, Duquesne, Eastern Kentucky, and Cleveland State. Nathan Favier and Will Reset each won 3 matches in singles play for the Penguins, while Harry Falzas and Ander Balsai and David Alvarez Moreno each won 2. Nathan Favier and Nasant Debabas combined for 2 Penguins victories in doubles play, while Will Reset and Eli Wiblin each won 1. The Penguins will compete in the ITA Midwest Regionals on October 19th and in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
The Youngstown State women's tennis team traveled to Michigan to compete in the Betsy Cool Invitational at the Sorensen Courts this past Friday and Saturday. YSU won 14 singles with freshman Loretta Cedino leading the way with 3 match wins. The Youngstown State tennis team will be back in action at the ITA Midwest Regionals October 12th through the 16th. For more updates on the Youngstown State women's tennis team, visit ysusports.com.
This past Saturday, the YSU women's soccer team went to Purdue Fort Wayne in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to play the Mastodons. The game had a total of 3 goals, and the Penguins won by a score of 2-1 in the 10th minute of the game. A graduate student, Regan Lavinia, scored the game's first goal on her own. Lavinia's second goal of the season gave her a total of 6 points on the year. At the 31-minute mark of the first half, when the score was 1-0, Morgan Ritano scored for the Mastodons to tie the game. Junior Elise Klein-Spindola scored early in the second half after sophomore Chloe Weiland crossed the ball to her. In the 53rd minute of the game, Spindola scored a goal that put the Gwens ahead 2-1. The Penguins would win their second game in conference play on the season, keeping them in the lead for the rest of the game. The Penguins in total had 12 shots, and 6 of them were on goal. In the game, senior goalie Brooklyn Kirkpatrick made 7 saves, which puts the Penguins in second and third place in the Horizon League and gives them an overall record of 6-5-1 before their game against Cleveland State University. Their next Horizon game will be against the Vikings in Cleveland in yet another game. The game will be shown live on ESPN Plus, and live stats will be on ysusports.com, and you can keep up with the women's soccer team on Instagram.
Hunter Christopher's 5-mile school record served as a highlight for both the men's and women's cross-country teams, who both had strong performances. Christopher's 23:50 second-place finish was a Penguins record. For the first time since 1995 and just the second time in school history, YSU participated in the 5-mile blue race. Christopher beat his old school record of 24:13 by more than 20 seconds and became the first runner in school history to finish a 5-mile race in under 24 minutes. Senior Ryan Meadows came in 60th place with a 24:32. Junior Thomas Caputo finished 96th with a 25:01. In total, the men finished 16th with 379 points. Notre Dame, ranked 9th in the nation, won the blue race with 87 points, while Florida State University finished second with 95. Graduate student Morgan Cole finished 4th in the women's 5K gold race with a 17:09 time. Next to her was senior Alyssa Deeds, who placed 38th with an 18:16. The women finished 13th with 336 points in total at the meet. Aaron won gold with 115 points. Richmond finished second with 123 points. Christopher and Cole had great performances, and those performances earned them Under Armour Horizon League Cross Country Runners of the Week. The Penguins will run in the Bill Lennox Slippery Rock Invitational on October 7th at the Lawrence County Fairgrounds in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The women's 6K will start at 10:30 a.m., followed by the men's 8K at 11:15 a.m.
Now let's send it over to Caleb Ellison with your Penguin Player of the Week.
Thanks, guys. This week's Penguin Player of the Week is going to be senior wide receiver Bryce Oliver. This clip from last Saturday's game against the University of Northern Iowa is a doozy. In the last quarter, the final 2 minutes of the game, he catches a touchdown to try and move the Penguins' effort a little bit more. We're going to get another look at it here. Mitch Davidson takes a snap, quick release to his right-hand side, and through the defense, Oliver is able to score the touchdown. Getting another look here, really tough defense from the corner, but both feet in bounds, security of the ball, and just like that, the Penguins were on the board. It did not result in a YSU victory, but it was a great performance from the team nonetheless. Bryce Oliver, congratulations. Good luck on the rest of your season. John and Dylan, back to you guys.
Thanks, Caleb, and that is all the time we have today here on the Penguin Rundown. You can check us out, though, on Instagram and X at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm John Ostapowicz.
And I'm Dylan Lux.
And as always, stay safe, Penguins.